My name is Julie Wood. I'm new OT8 and I am the chairman of the Austin OT Committee. The OT Committee really got organized about 9 years ago with a group of dedicated Austinites who really wanted to back up this org. Shortly after it started, the Ideal Org strategy began.
Hi, I'm in charge of the Ideal Org fundraising. Our purpose is to collect up all the energy needed to transform our building at 2200 Guadalupe into a place one could look at and know that this was the place a new civilization was being established for this planet, and more importantly, the great state of Texas. To join our team because this team is hot. How hot? Texas hot. Ideal Org in Austin, see, just the kind of place I'd like to be, where the guitar's loud and the stress test free. It's a party all night type of city. It's a raging, blazing, fire hot hayride, best organ sight with a thick southern drawl. We'll bring the tech to all, brother, she's called Austin. From her live music to her smoking hot org, she's Austin. From her cowboy boots to her Capitol halls, this org was made to save the day, and we ain't afraid to say, Austin can't beat Austin.
Please welcome our newest Texas Ranger, $50,000 in the Ideal Org, Aaron McMurrow-Grosskopf. So we started this tradition, and it was very popular, and it's a swearing in. And this is taken from the actual Texas Ranger swearing in oath. I don't suppose you have to raise your right hand, but do you, Aaron McMurrow-Grosskopf, solemnly swear that you will bear true allegiance to the Church of Scientology of Texas, and that you will serve her honestly and faithfully against all her enemies or opposers whatsoever?
Yes, he does.
Do you further vow to support her purpose to create a new civilization, and know that such purpose is most reliably served by her attainment of the status of Ideal Org?
I do.
Good. Give me a long pledge, okay. Do you pledge your postulates and intentions towards the attainment of that goal, and to lead others by example to themselves become Texas Rangers, and further commit to become yourself a full Texas humanitarian in rapid course?
I do.
By the power vested in me by the Building Expansion Office of the Western United States, I do fully acknowledge your accomplishment and bestow upon you the title of Texas Ranger. You see how that works, you know, it's like a half act, it's cute. Okay, good. All right, so, are we ready to get this done started? Yeah. Are you sure? Are you fully enlightened? Are you jumping out of your seats? Okay, so here's how we're going to start the game tonight. The game of getting done by Maiden Voyage. I mentioned these status cards. Now, everybody has to have one or this game doesn't work very well. If you left them somewhere, I can understand that, in the little girl's room by your plate. You didn't get one, the Permans didn't get one. Someone who else didn't get one? Confess. Aaron didn't get one. The Pokes didn't get one. The Elsies didn't get one. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're remedying this rapidly. Because it's more fun if you all have one, because I want y'all to look at it, and you know, we usually do the thing, oh, that's all, and we all pretend it's not very big. But I know for an absolute fact, I have the biggest next status card in this room. I mean, I actually looked, I made sure. I have the largest next status card in this room. That all the next status cards added together tonight, in this room, we would raise $1 million. Can you imagine the message that would send all over the world? So guess what? I'm gonna do my next status card. She wants me to tell you what it is, but I kind of want to play this game a little differently. But I told her it was the biggest next status card in the room. I told them that, and some of them have, you know, probably look at the card like, wow, you know. So it's very, very large. Hold on. But what I really want to know, y'all seen Jerry Maguire, right? I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do and go crazy, right? I've actually gone very sane. You know, I was telling all my friends today, I'm doing something crazy at the event tonight, you know, but it twigs on me that I'm doing something very sane. I've made it, I actually exercised my religion, and I changed my mind, and I figured things out. It was really actually a demonstration of the decision and figuring out, and it all happened in about 30 seconds, and it was crazy, and I'm doing this next status card. So I'm, in the words of Jerry Maguire, who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? Laura Benson's coming with me!
Well, this has been a year in coming, because I pledged when Sita and Dennis came the last time, and I got all excited. And then I think I've given 40, well, I'm up to 56,000 right now. So, but, we kind of had a whirlwind of activity about a year ago, and we raised the most, 13x, that we had done any other year. And then we had this little slump, and I was part of that slump. I kind of slumped. So, the pre-bridge dinner we had last night was quite inspirational. And I guess Jules is not here, is she?
She's not.
Okay. The SimSec from San Diego org was here, bringing us the day org, someone. she ever seen someone into our order. It's like, okay. But anyway, she was there last night and she gave this phenomenal statement, which was she was the chief fundraiser, not only does SIMSEC, which they are on day and foundation hours, she was also the primary fundraiser for San Diego, which they just got done. And she said, I was in my office at 2 a.m. in the morning, and everybody else had gone home. And she said, I had a moment, and I cried. And she said, then I stood up, and I had a talk with myself. I stood up in the middle of the room, and I went, what am I going to do? How am I going to get this done? And, you know, she was in a little bit of failed purpose, and I had been in a failed purpose. So I kind of had a talk with myself last night. It's like, you know, it's like I wanted this. I needed to revitalize the purpose on it. I needed to have a talk with myself. And you know what? This is not hard. Me thinking about it, just like what Dennis said, was hard. Me thinking what was the 56,000 I did, I didn't even notice it. So what is hard? What is hard to us? Hard is going through World War I in Europe, you know, where they're bombing London. Hard is being in Nazi Germany, you know. It's really all about correct estimation of effort, and you know, the next OT level over OT 8 is orders of magnitude, right? I'm kind of thinking that has a lot to do with correct estimation of effort, what it's going to take to really clear this limit. So I was, what is hard? Hard, this is not hard. It's a little bit uncomfortable, you know, to give this much money. It's a little bit uncomfortable. It's hard to go to the bank and go, okay, you know, okay, I'm going to commit. But it's not hard. We have it easy. I get in my air-conditioned car, and I ride home every day. I kind of sometimes think 150 years ago, we were in a covered wagon. Just, you know, I go home to my air-conditioned house, and I sleep on my pillow-top bed. And I have my temperature in my room is exactly as cold as I want it. You know? So, this is not hard, guys. A little bit uncomfortable? It is, you know? But LRH gave us this tech to go free and to make it, and we can do it. The only thing that's hard, and Dennis told me, he said, what's hard is trying to figure out how to do this. And the only hard thing is getting the agreement of everybody else. If we all agree, then it happens. That's the only hard part. When you go to do this. Right, Stacy?
Absolutely.
That's the only hard part. So let's just get it done.
And what are you doing right now?
I'm doing $43,225.
I guarantee you to all contributions, don't get me wrong, but what I'm talking about right now is we all have a card, and they add up to $1 million. We're moving our way. I told you I have the largest card in this room. The biggest number. It's actually the same size as everybody's card, by the way. Sort of like those boots of responsibility, it just looks big to me. But it's the largest, I'm doing this. We've just had Laura become our newest humanitarian. Who else is coming with me? Who's gonna do their card? You're gonna do your card?
do this because and it's been my businesses are really dependent on the weather, and this weather, we had a winter in Austin, so I'm way down, but I decided to change my mind. I realize is where would we be without some? Oh God, but I mean,
we want tears. We want tears.
We all owe our lives to Scientology, at least our happiness and our peace of mind.
Yeah.
So anyway, no, I really don't. It only happens for a second or whatever. So anyway, I just really think that we all owe this to ourselves, to give ourselves this gift and honor the Lord. And anybody who's been part of this field and been supported by this field and been supported by this org owes it to themselves and to the org to contribute everything that they can. So anyway, oh damn, I hate it when I already finished talking. Okay, anyway, so thank you, and really Dennis and Sita and Stacy, and that is a great song by Lee. That was so touching, and your song was awesome too. And we really are going to kick ass.
Selena Travers is our newest silver humanitarian. Are you going to do your card?
minding my own business. And this little girl shows up on my doorstep. And she's just yakking away, you know. And I'm like, God damn, I just did 10 G's. What do you want from me? And it just would not shut up. There's this little thing in Scientology we call the DEI scale. Has anybody heard of it?
Oh, yeah.
Has anybody been through it?
Yeah.
Me too. You know, I've known Dennis for many years. I did not know he was that good a public speaker. Wasn't that one of the most spontaneous, inspiring speeches I've ever heard? But at any rate, Austin really is the place to be.
Yes.
And this is one of the most cohesive fields. Y'all do CCHR, you do IAS, you do Ideal Org.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Our newest humanitarian with honors, the Bosley and Boswell families, $36,700. Now you know how, you can tell, right, how much fucking fun this is, right? I mean, these people are coming up here crying. Well, I mean, they're crying, but like the different, you know? Who else is coming with me? Woo!
tonight. We're paying for a Texas Ranger, the whole thing. I get to give a little speech. It's Texas Ranger, it's not humanitarian, but I get to give a little speech. So about, I swear, 6 years ago or something, Mike and I stood up at an event and we said, we'll get you $50,000. But the problem was that my postulate was, and I even said it to somebody, we'll pledge that, because there is no way that Mark Pisani will not pry that out of me by the time this thing is done. And so I had this sort of postulate of like, of him prying out of my cold dead fingers at the very end of the cycle. And guys, I'm paying now. That, you know what that means? It's the end of the cycle. That's the way it works now. You pay before the construction documents. Yeah.
6,000, where's your card?
It's in here somewhere.
Our newest Texas Rangers, our own music director, our longtime director of special affairs, $6,870, our newest Texas Ranger. There would be music except for the music guys over here. Yeah. Y'all are welcome to start on your side. Somebody get them their next card. Who else is coming with me? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I like the microphone. Okay, most of you probably know this guy Boswell over here got me involved in Scientology. So, you know, and this is kind of a reverse vector. I was going to challenge him to do his humanitarian honors, and then I would do mine. So now I'm standing up here. Because I'll be goddamned if he's going to beat me. Said it only the way that Boswell could say it, actually. So, I saw Kathy going like this, so I'll go like this too. Oh, I'm very happy to give you this card.
Our newest Texas Humanitarians honors both Jeff and his wife at Flag, Candace, both staff members, $49,500. Wow, this is a lot of fun. Nobody even have my number yet. We're probably we might be at highest ever already. It could be. I mean, I don't know. I can't do the math that well in my head. Stephanie's worried over there. She knows she's thinking. And the last event she said,
What's the last?
254 collected in. Oh wait, what's the last what?
286.
I don't think her husband. I don't know what yours is.
But she means with hers. It's big. It's big.
I mean, these guys are hugging and dancing and laughing. I mean, it's obviously a good time. Who's coming with me to Crazy Town? Who's next?
If you saw her card, you know it is crazy town.
It's weird because it really, you know, not to get complicated again, but my mother made a postulate. We made a postulate together, this game, and I have not been able to see my way through it. And I've called Sita, I've spent hours on the phone with Sita going back and forth with all these things. Jerry, I told you some of my crazy ideas on how to do it, right? They're pretty fucking crazy. He's just like, don't do it, Stacy. Right? He said, and I didn't want to do it either, but and I knew it had to be done and everything, and we're at the dinner, and I literally said I was going to do it, this week, cash in the barrel, on the barrelhead this week. And I literally said, if I have to rob a 7-Eleven, sell a kidney, whatever I've got to do. Because to me, that's where I was at in the ideas, right? Not like literally, but level of pain and complexity and improbability range was like about on that order of magnitude to make this go right. And I stood there, and I came up with a fucking genius idea on how to do this cycle. It's gonna save me tax money. It's crazy how genius and simple. It was like, oh my God, it was like so cool. And it revitalized my KSW on how it actually does work on this planet. That it is about, I am actually that powerful as a being. It really is me, not the numbers. It really is me. Should I tell them?
Yeah.
Okay. So myself and Bruce and Pam Patterson and my husband are, I would say, the next platinum humanitarians. But, my mother, who was very, very, as you know her, everything she bought, was at a garage sale. And the one time she didn't talk to me, like for an hour, is when I didn't talk them down from $1 to garage sale. Literally, she was like, the sweater had the sticker on it, $1, and she was like, what'd you pay for that sweater? And like, $1. She's like, what? You could have gotten it for a quarter. But what she did, sort of offset that, is pull in this, disorder, if you will, called metallosis, where she could only wear 18 karat gold. I do believe she could also wear platinum. $99,776.
Here's the deal, right? In the West U.S., there are superstars, right? We have Dennis McKenna. Give me a break, right? We have these incredible beings who have decided to take on this idol.org movement, a religious movement that we're creating, and come hell or high water, do whatever it takes to get it done. Come into the org every single day. Listen to y'all tell her no time and time and time again, and then finally yes. Right? Some of you say yes quicker, which is very much appreciated. Right? Yeah. So, she's putting everything that she has at this project. It is the project of her lifetime. It's what she's throwing everything at. Day in, day out. She always takes my call, no matter what crazy hour I'm calling her. And she always pulls off an incredible product. Not to mention, she is your top donor. She is the best fundraising I see in all of the West U.S.
so I won't bore you, but I will tell you that even me, who, I'm up here every event and I'm ready, you know what I mean? I've been coming in 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday mornings, right? And I forgot how many people walk in. It's killing me. I sit at that table over there in the little field, activities room, and I watch people come in and they say, can I get some information about Scientology? I mean, like dozens of times a day. And it just breaks my heart. I mean, I love, as everybody knows who knows me, I love the org. I don't permit anybody to denigrate the org or staff. People who have bad ideas, don't tell me them because they know they'll just get them, in trouble. But shit, we're just turning them all away. I mean, that was it. For some of them, a Liz or a Christina, these people who come in on UT Lines, man, that was your chance. You could have found out about Scientology, but not today. Come back next year. It's heart crushing. And I remember Lee Crosley, I was just referring to Lee Crosley the other day in his OT 8, when he did OT 8, he said, everything that was beautiful is more beautiful, and everything that's ugly is more ugly. And all beings are beautiful. All these are beautiful beings. They're just beautiful. They worked hard to get into this school, I found out, because my son wasn't good enough. He's a Delphi grad, like a 3.93 GPA or something. Nope. These people worked hard to get here. They wanted to come here. Their motto is what happens here changes the world. It's on their website. That is their motto. And they came to the right place because we can help them achieve that. They just came in the wrong decade, Too bad, Too bad that we don't have. And I'll tell you, my mom had a really hard time coming up to acceptance of the ID org, and I had a cognition on why. We're all just a bunch of hippies. I mean, basically, on some level, we're kids of hippies. Right? Basically, on some level. And in Austin, hippies have lasted a lot longer than other places on this planet. No, it's true. Austin's been hanging on to the hippie come on now, keep Austin weird. Hello. We've been hanging on to the hippie, So we still get our occasional hippie in here who, can kind of look past and look for the groovy. Find the groovy, Find the groovy in the people, because that's how people get into Scientology basically now is through finding the groovy in the people at the stemming or when they come in, right? They think we're groovy. Yeah, that time has passed. Maybe before the Callaway House was built and, all the other changes that have happened in this town, this creative, they're busy creating a new reality, and we need to be part of it. We need to.
Reaffirm what we're talking about with the privilege of being here, because definitely being on the basics of doing the ACCs is, to me, very much a privilege. So that's one reason that I'm always wanting to keep contributing to the idea org, because I want other people to get that same training level and processing level that I've achieved too. But that's, it's reachable by anybody now, and it's going to be that way with the technology that we're going to put out with the idea org. So that's why I want to see more people do this too. And that's why I'm doing mine tonight. And I'm actually going to give a little bit more than this. Yeah. And then also I'm repledging to get to my humanitarian before make voyage. That's the thing.
instead of saying coming with me to Crazy Town, I really want to say who wants to take the blank colored pill, but I really can't remember which one they're supposed to take. Blue? Okay, okay. Or red. See? Who? Which pill did I take? Red. Okay, thank you. They said blue. Who wants to take the red pill with me? Look at your card. I know, I mean, even though some cards are more difficult than others, more than others, whatever, or they're all probably very difficult because it's sort of like the bridge, right? Your next status. It's a little bit like the bridge. It's always going to be a little bit more difficult.
Can I call in somebody who didn't call in?
Yeah?
Okay, so this is from Juan Villarreal. Yeah, and he has pledged to be a humanitarian, but tonight, on that, he is going to do $10,000 tonight.
We should send him another video. Clearly. Clearly, the video works. Awesome. Who else is coming with me? I'm going to change fundraising on this planet. And we are going to ban Who's Next and replace it with Who's Coming With Me. Isn't that better? Yeah. Who's coming with me? I know, it's so crazy. We surpassed highest ever like eons ago. We might as well keep going. As my mother used to say, what's the quota? 6.5 million. Haven't you been paying attention? I mean, you know, we got somewhere to go and we won't get there till we're done. That's how you know, we're not going to go through the whole thing Sacramento went through and the whole thing Portland went through because we're going to know when we're done. I'll give you a hint. There'll be a big ribbon on the building. That'll be, you'll come to the org one day and go, I wonder if we're done. That ribbon seems to indicate. That's when we're done. When that ribbon is pulled. COB will be here, there'll probably be music and a whole bunch of our friends. So who's coming with me? Who would like to make a donation to the Scientology.org? We are almost, I know it's weird, right, that this happened. We haven't called out, you know, we've accidentally almost raised $300,000 tonight. Is that crazy?
Stacy?
Yes, ma'am?
Can I start a little game? Because I really want to get to the $300,000 right now.
Yes.
So, okay. Okay, so this is just a quick game to get everybody in motion. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, I don't want to suppress big donations, but I want to do 200. If I have 29 other people, do $200 quickly.
Will that get you somewhere?
It'll get us $6,000, won't it? 20 times 200. Is that?
Let's have the music play and let's run. No, come up to the board. Come up to the board. Let the music play and bring it on up. Come on, guys. She said get us in motion. So come on up and just do your $200. There you go. Now you're getting it. Keep it in motion. Feel free to wiggle your hips on your way out to the monkeys, you know, right? This song's for you, Jim. And you ready for the next one? Are you ready for the next one? You ready? Cody McFadden, $2,500. Yes, the gold crew is still crewing. $2,500 from the Cromans! And Bob O'Brien, $1,000! That's the way I like it. 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 Let's start here.
Hello. Hi. It's just good to see. Last time I had the microphone, I was up here talking. I was talking to about 8 people. And for those of you that were here, you may remember I got a little emotional. But what I want to say is, we are all here, and we are going to make this happen. Let me tell you, that number that I put on there is nothing compared to what some of these other people have put on tonight. For us this night, it's a stretch. It's much more. Let me tell you, I'm feeling some somatics going on right now. I know it's more than what I'm comfortably doing right now. But if you have made a pledge, last event 3-4 weeks ago, I said we were going to. I do not like uneven numbers. We were going to round it up so we could get our bullet, because as a humanitarian with honors, I feel deprived. I have not received a single bullet in all of this fundraising. So I want a bullet, which is why we are doing this.
I will bring you a bullet, yes.
But if you have a pledge, even if you can't do that pledge tonight, do something, put that flow out there, and make an effort to work towards it, because creating the future isn't just thinking about, becoming humanitarian in the future. It's taking those steps, and then you become that humanitarian, or whatever that next status is. So if you have an open pledge, consider making a dono tonight.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
Who's next, Austin? Oops. Who's taking the... Who's going crazy? $1,000 from Coco! people, by the way, come up here and do their $200. So that was, how much money, Stephanie? $4,600. That was $4,600, and that was like in 45 seconds. So I'm gonna call them all out. I'm not even, who is this person? No, Bellet. Oh, Nick. Oh, you're so cute, Nick. So we have Jerry Mortensen, Nick Bellet, Paul and Jean, Jim Moore, the Vargases, Gudrun Morgan, our friend from the South via Clearwater. Yes. Debbie Skurs, Rich Wood, Kelsey Polk, another Wood. I'm not sure if it's a duplicate.
No, it's Julie Wood.
Julie, I got you. Rich Wood and Julie Wood. Becky Baker, Sheila and Tracy. David and Leek. That sounds like either a law firm, I'm not sure. David and Leek, call 77777, jailroom. The Spillers, Kelly Jackson, Stephen DeWitt, Lauren DeWitt, the Groskopfs moving on their way, they said they're gonna go on their way. Who is so excited to see, is Renby still there?
No, she just left.
Who is so excited to see Renby? Sarah Castro, the Heirs, Butch Jackson, and who would like to claim King? I see there was a guy. Where's that guy? He has a fuck you, I'm from Texas type shirt on him. Yeah, I bet he is now. Woohoo! The dude from LA! Who's gonna go? We were highest ever. 254,000 was highest ever. Yeah. We're we have raised, without even thinking, with hardly, 314,286.
Who remembers Danny Chadwell? Raise your hand. Okay, so he phoned in a dono from he and his wife Pat for $100. I'm sure he's already an alumni, but we'll be hitting him up for more.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your church. Lee said so. We've done great things tonight, but I'm not tired. I'm willing to stick this thing out. We can marathon this deal and we can just call our friends, right? Just go work straight on through. Yes.
Russ isn't here. I'm going to round up my pledge. Actually, we have a pledge, right, to be humanitarians. And, there's been things in the way, such as him going to the Freelands to do new OTA. I've done most of my bridge here at this church, and I was on staff, and I've been a CCHR staffer, and oh my God, the things that I've done and had the opportunity to do, you can't pay for that. So I'm going to up mine and pay $1,000 tonight. Okay?
Yeah. Just right on through to June, whatever. We'll call in our friends, you know, it's like those things where you have to hold your hand on the card and you get the card, or the last one to still have your hand on the card. We're going to do something like that. But we are at $315,911. I mean, that's my husband over there. Yeah, $99. He wants to get us to $316,000 by doing $99. You know, it's a weird thing. $9,999.
We'll accept that, Jerry. That's fine.
You'll do 90.
Jerry.
This is the weirdest game in the world, by the way, the state fundraising thing. You know, because you're like, you know, $43,000, $16,000. Who wants to do $99? That was still pretty good demo. Thank you very much, Georgie, for saving me from that silence of the $99 ask.
It's actually 10. It was 89, but she paid 99. It's okay. Yeah. 1 0. Good to 9 0 1 0.
High math. High math. Look what you've done, Dorothy. Way to go. Supposed to be $89. The problem is I can't do the math. It makes me look stupid. Stupid. I can add up to $750,000, but I can't do math in my head on the board like Stephanie. No, they're really only doing $90. I forbade them. $316,100. Woo! I mean, that's Jim's still clapping. He's like, what do you want? This is about ownership. Everybody who's come here has said it's about ownership. I will know when we're on our way. The first thing that has to not happen is people have to wonder how Stacy's project is doing. Yeah. How are you doing on your project? I don't know. How's war on planet Earth working out for you? I mean, it's pretty much the same project, you know? And then the second thing is you know the answer on how the Ideal Org project is going, right? You know because you're there and you know the targets and you know what we're trying to achieve. You know, it's like a team. A team tends to know what the other team members are doing, right? Mostly we get along great. Yes?
If we make another $184,000, we will be at $4 million.
No.
Not tonight.
No, I don't.
No,
No.
yeah, we're at $3.5 million.
No, we're not. We're probably, no. Somebody, Gary, you have the grid. Tell us what we're at cumulative. You might be at 1 million. No, we're over. We're at 3.6.
3.65.
So do the math. Minus that from 4 million.
That's 350,000.
Ish.
Well,
No,
it's at 3.65.
Yeah. He's gonna just do the math. We might be over. We might have accidentally gone. We'll just have to round it up to 5. That was too hard. Who paid the dollar? Huh?
To break, 4 million. To break 4 million,
$30,650.
Let's do it. What do you think? Y'all want to get to $4 million? Y'all want to take this thing to $4 million raised? $4 million? Okay, good. So we've got, can we erase it? I'm sad about erasing it. Write small, write small. Just to raise the $200 game. Gary has all those names. Okay, what do y'all, as a team, but this is what I'm saying. I mean, it's not me. It's not like I say our quota is. I mean, what do we want to accomplish tonight?
4 million.
4 million. There you go. All right. We're going to $4 million. We need $30,650. From 30,650 because this number we don't care about anymore. Yeah, 28,650. 28,650 to go. And we, Becky's doing that 50, so it's going to be easy now. 28,600 to go. 28,000.
Okay, who want to do $1,000?
Bring our the Croman's total to 10.
We're going to have to spend some time figuring out how to... There's 25 plus 9.
Hey Jeff, remember the first one that we all pledged a year ago?
Yeah.
And what do we have to do at the end? That your mom, we had to all pay another $1,000. She said if everybody does $1,000, remember that?
Yeah.
So I'll do my $1,000. So. So we're at 16, we're down to 16. Thank you, Mary Jo. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're down to 16,000. Only, you know, you can tell when you go out into the world of the few people who, speaking of stupid, weren't here tonight. I'm just saying, because they're sad, right? They're sad. They don't even know how damn sad they are. You can tell them, oh, how'd the event go? Yeah, we raised $4 million. We got to $4 million. You think of a way to kind of say that in that way. Because we're about to hit the total of $4 million. We're only $16,100 to go. And that is awesome. Okay, so now we're an even $16,000.
16 people, that, I mean, 4,000. And there are still cards in this room. We are not forbidding card completion. I mean, that game's not canceled or something. You don't have to worry about sitting in your seat going, yeah, but I wanted to do my card. And then what happened was they started playing the $200 game. And I didn't get to do my card, and that's what I really wanted. Oh, fuck it, no. We're still accepting all donations of all sizes. We could also change that PR line to we raise over $4 million. I mean, it's not like some mandatory, right, the nail, we could do, and there are cards of many sizes. Wait, we don't know the total exactly. Ask Gary. Gary has the total. Go over now. So we have 16,000 to go. They're capturing gold, guys. Thank God you're here. It's like the highest ever event. Thanks for stopping by. So let's just wrap this puppy up and go to Amy's Ice Cream. Who's with me? I forgot about the children in the room. That was an allegory. That was a story. I don't know. Let's wrap this up. It is funny how it works. We've done these huge chunks. People have done amazing things tonight. We're down to 16,000. Let's not have it take 16 hours, okay? Let's just wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
As Laura said, I mean, there is no, as Laura said, my mother said, there is no done. Like I've done and now I don't, I can't do, you're welcome to do more. I mean, that's the thing, it's multiple, a lot of y'all done had multiple things going on tonight. And that is permitted. So who is next? Or who's gonna do something crazy now? I invite you to join me in Crazy Town, where, get this people, Theta is more powerful than Nest. The Nest universe actually changes based on the power of your consideration. Right? I mean, Crazy Town. So I invite you to exercise that right and ability. It's very freeing. It's basically what being OT is making the universe change to your will, right? Cause over matter, energy, space, and time. And I'm looking for cause over 16,000 more energy, United States of America certified energy units. That's it. 16,000, that's all. We've come, I'm talking about Austin, capital city of the Lone Star